Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriti and Today FM rocks here in Tavua.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilay Tiambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, crash survivor amazed he's still alive. Police warn social media trolls to show respect. And 8 alleged police attackers remanded.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Despite having luck on his side, Tevita Tukana says he is still having painful memories of the accident that killed 4 of the passengers in the vehicle he was in. Tukana was amongst those involved in the deadly accident in Mbosi-Ngatoka on Saturday, which claimed a total of 6 lives. Felipe Naikaso has more.
Tevita Tukana, who was seated in the second last row of the minibus, says in just a blink of an eye there was a huge impact, and the next thing there was blood and bodies everywhere. Bearing the scars of the horrific crash, Tukana says what he experienced on Saturday is a memory that will be hard for him to ever erase.
All I remember was the truck veering onto our lane. The next thing I remembered was a European man coming to assist me, and he was telling me to be strong. When he helped me outside, all I could see was blood and other passengers lying everywhere, motionless. It was a very gruesome scene.
He vividly recalls seeing blood splattered everywhere, passengers crammed up in the minibus, and people rushing to help them.
I was in shock for a few minutes and just couldn't believe what had just happened. And because of that, the pain from the impact, I felt it a bit later. I just suffered a broken collarbone, a broken arm, and some bruises, and the rod from my RKS flag had pierced my leg.
His father, who was working at an island resort, received the news from a family member that his son was in an accident. Rupeni Serutukana says that the next phone call he received about his son was indescribable.
What I was really worried about was that I had not seen my son for 5 months. And if something had happened to him, it would have really hurt me because we had not said goodbye properly. I also thank the Lord for keeping my son safe.
The father and son yesterday pleaded to drivers to be extra vigilant when driving on the road. They have both stressed the need to always drive slow and not speed. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
Meanwhile, the family of 2 of the victims, Sanaila Ruitoka and Atilai Ruitoka, who died in the horrific road accident in Mbosi-Ngatoka on Saturday, have today claimed that some of the belongings of the deceased are missing. The family came to know of the missing items after police had dropped off the belongings of the deceased. Amongst things missing is the wedding ring belonging to Sanaila, and tonight the family is pleading for anyone with the items to return it. Felipe Naikaso with more.
Adding to the pain of losing their loved ones, the Ruitoka family is now calling on the public to return items that belong to Sanaila and Atilai, as they hold a sentimental value to the family.
Some of these boys lost their wallets, Sanaila lost his bag, and even his wedding band is still missing.
The family still cannot believe that people took advantage of the situation.
It's very shocking to us that people would do this. We are just asking if these items could be returned.
A plea has also been made by the family to those that are sharing the videos and pictures to refrain from it as they are in mourning.
It really hurt us as a family when we saw the videos and pictures of our loved ones, and people were sharing them and commenting about the situation and saying heartless things.
Meanwhile, police spokesperson Sokatama Ngio confirms that they have not received any official complaint from the family in regards to the missing items. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
Threats of violence and heated exchanges on social media in regard to the deadly accident over the weekend are being closely monitored by police. Police spokesperson Ananai Soro confirmed this to FBC News as police currently look into the details of the accident. Ali Kimbia reports.
This fatal crash has led to nasty exchanges on social media, and police are saying don't do it.
It affects others. It's just not something, because the social media works in such a way that it's not something confined to your own circles. It will be shared. People will take screenshots of it, and then it will be shared, and then it causes a lot of anxiety.
Because supporters of the Ratu Navula team died in the weekend collision while on their way to the Dean semi-final, police are concerned about an overly emotional crowd at this weekend's final.
We know that a lot of emotions have been stirred because of the fact that the victims are from a certain school, and there is certainly going to be a lot of emotions too on the field and on the ground, the spectators and so forth.
Naisoro says it is important for people to be mindful of posting social media comments and pictures of anything in relation to the accident.
For my opinion, like those who posted on Facebook, Instagram and all, they shouldn't have done such a stupid thing like that.
For the people who posted on Facebook, they shouldn't do that because it's not by law and they can be taken to task.
Investigation of the accident continues. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Meanwhile, the autopsies on the 6 casualties were conducted today. Police confirmed that 9 people involved in the accident remain hospitalized. 3 of them are on life support and 6 are admitted to the trauma ward at Lautoka Hospital. 8 men who allegedly attacked a group of police officers appeared in the magistrates' court this afternoon under heavy police presence. It is alleged the suspects attacked 3 police constables and a special constable who were on patrol in Namboa Suva on Friday morning. Pranita Prakash was in court and filed this report.
Johnny Vacarisi, Tevitambulanai Valu, Lendua Vundru, Chanel Antonio, Sekove Serikolo, Jesse Sorovi, Tony Sokaivasa, and Mark Ross face a wide range of charges from failing to produce driving licenses, failing to obey traffic direction and dangerous driving, to criminal intimidation, damaging property and resisting arrest. The incident occurred when the officers saw the occupants in 2 vehicles acting suspiciously and on approaching them believed they were armed. The suspects then sped from the scene and the officers chased them to Mead Road housing, where the suspect vehicles blocked the police from the front and back and then struck the police car with iron rods and stones while the officers were inside. Vacarisi and Tevita informed the court that they will be getting a private counsel while the others have sought legal aid assistance. Vacarisi's lawyer made a verbal bail application which brought strong objection from the police prosecutor. The court refused the bail application, saying the charges against the accused are serious and he has pending matters. The 8 were remanded in custody until August 20th. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
11 traders have been charged by the Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission for abusing the government's Homes Care initiative. Chief Executive Joel Abraham says 43 traders were under investigation for unethical practices, whereby their books were audited by the Commission. Rachel Nuth reports of these 11 traders were found in breach of the FCCC Act 2010.
The purpose of the Homes Care initiative is to assist those affected by tropical cyclones Josie and Kenny. However, some opportunists have been exploiting the vulnerable.
We've spent quite a lot of time in educating traders in terms of what they can and cannot do. And if there are traders that are still thinking that we can get away with this, my simple message to this is there's no getting away from the law. We will catch you one day.
Abraham says these traders are becoming smarter with their tactics.
Once we do investigation in a particular region and we've moved out of there, the traders in that particular region, some of them are coming up with these new things. There is this trader in Ba that's trying to increase the price charge to people that are coming with these cards.
FCCC is considering mobilizing teams in both divisions to police traders.
More issues that are coming, and if there's a need, we'll extend this investigation.
Customers must do know that under the contract, they should not swipe your card unless and until they have this token item. And I think that's a very important point to know so that it can prevent all the complications thereafter.
The FCCC has commenced its 3rd phase of investigation in the Northern Division. Rachel North, FBC News.
Still to come, hard drug amnesty in effect until the 20th. And multi-million-dollar investment to boost Nausori's economy. Details after the break.
bula nevango malakai leloma ngongai nakas on tumakarong ng Bula FM number 2 na sere.
Hoya uvasit sai sa Lambasa ya on talita ina warong ng Bula FM number 2 na sere.
Guya do timeli ako na tao no hinga toka. Talita kina na warong ng Bula FM number 2 na sere.
Wana tuma ng Bula FM number 2 na sere nawaluan.
Nevango fane na tao nang singa toka kita on talita ka ng Bula FM number 2 na sere.
Bula FM number 2 na sere.
Given the recent findings of bars of cocaine on our shores, the police force has put in place an amnesty period from today until the 20th to allow those who may have made similar discoveries to surrender the drugs. Police Commissioner Brigadier General Siti Veningilio says information has been received about persons who have found bars of cocaine and may be trying to sell them. He advised them to utilize this amnesty period to hand the drugs over. He highlights any person found possessing, transporting or dealing in illicit drugs will be prosecuted. The public is requested to call police if they have any information or may have made similar discoveries of cocaine. The Old Nausori bus stand will soon be developed into a multi-million-dollar shopping complex similar to other developments along the Suva-Nausori corridor. Nausori Town Council Chief Executive Akhtar Ali says this commercial project will definitely boost the town's economy. Savara Tambor reports.
The Old Nausori bus stand has been dismantled and the new project is currently at the scoping stage.
It will undergo civil works, it will undergo geotech activities, it will undergo EIA while we are still in the process of getting the plans done. The proposal is still with town council planning. Once that is done, this is currently we are undergoing the groundworks. And once that is done, we will be commencing civil works and groundworks in the coming weeks and months.
There will be a lot of opportunities for traders to expand their businesses once this multi-million development finishes. The $20 million commercial investment will beautify the area and also create employment opportunities for those living in Nausori and nearby, something that residents are proud of.
You know, after the relocation of the bus stand to the new site, this place looks dirty and it's like a bush, and I'm so thankful for the new development.
This commercial facility will make this place look more beautiful.
The corridor from Nakasi to Nausori is currently going through some massive commercial development, and the council also encouraging investors to work with them to develop the Nausori township. Sabera Tambua, FBC News.
The Fiji Sun and the Fiji Broadcasting Corporation have lashed out at National Federation Party leader Biman Prasad's accusation that the two media outlets are the government's mouthpiece. During his speech in Nandi 2 weeks ago, Professor Prasad claimed the two organizations suppress the NFP's voice and don't run their side of the story. Kelly Vadala reports.
At its recent AGM, NFP leader Professor Biman Prasad attacked FBC and the Fiji Sun.
Some media organizations, particularly the Fiji Sun and FBC, always wants to portray a bad picture of us to the people, not allowing our messages to get across.
Fiji Sun managing editor training Nemani Delimbatiki has rubbished these claims, saying whenever Fiji Sun reached out for comments from NFP, it has always met with a dead end.
They need to practice what they preach. Even right now, they're not showing it, you know. By the way they're dealing with the media, they say, oh, we don't run their stuff. When we go to them, they refuse to talk to us.
FBC News manager Indra Singh says all stories produced by the newsroom is fair, accurate and balanced.
We've invited NFP to a number of shows in the past which they haven't turned up. In fact, also Sodelpa, which doesn't really call us to press conferences, etc. So overall, we basically in FBC it's all about balance, and that's what we like to do, and we give everyone a fair chance.
The Fiji Sun and FBC say they've always covered conferences and even media releases sent by any political party. Both organizations say they investigate and verify information with the party concerned before a balanced story is run. Kelly Badala, FBC News.
In sports, later with Jamie, Ratu Kandavulevu School ready to defend the Dean's title once again, but up next is Rachel with business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. ATS pays $1.3 million in dividend to government. And in Goid Fiji, FHL to invest in tourism sector. Stay with us.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singatoka. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Koroko, Singatoka. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singatoka.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Leading business tonight, the members of the Barnaban Virgin Coconut Oil Factory are aiming to increase its production as well as expand its markets. The factory, which is managed by the Women's Association on Rambi Island, produces and sells pure VCO and its byproducts. Eleanor Thurangaview reports.
The Barnaban VCO factory is managed and run by the Women's Organization on Rambi Island. Since its establishment in July 2014, they have been producing around 300 litres of virgin coconut oil.
Since we first we started on 200 litres per month. Then we gradually increased. So this year we intend to produce 500 litres.
With VCO as the main product, the women have been making money off roadside sales. They recently ventured into producing VCO byproducts to increase their income, and this has helped secure some buyers.
Our markets are Gusto Resort, Namale Resort, some other supermarkets around Savu-Savu. We have some buyers from Suva.
By the end of the year, the factory aims to have increased the monthly production to 500 litres of virgin coconut oil. This will see them rake in $10,000 a month. Eleanor Thurangaview, FBC News.
Air Terminal Services today gave $1.3 million in dividend to Prime Minister Rangi Bainimarama for 2016 and 2017. Along with this payment, ATS Chair and Fiji Broadcasting Corporation Chief Executive Riyaz Said Kayum also handed over $6,000 that was collected during the FBC and Carpenters Fiji Limited joint flood appeal. $2,000 was collected during the flood appeal, while FBC and Carpenters topped the amount with $2,000 each. And we now join Sharon from HFC Bank with the latest from the money market.
Let's look at the South Pacific Stock Exchange market review for last week. Fiji Television, Kontiki Finance, Kinetic Growth Fund, Vision Investments and Fijian Holdings were 5 of the listed stocks which recorded market activity. Kontiki Finance shares decreased by 1 cent to end the week at $1.22, while Kinetic Growth Fund shares increased by 2 cents and concluded the week at a price of 87 cents. As such, the overall market capitalization fell slightly by 0.03% and concluded the week at a value of $2.54 billion. And that's the wrap from our local stock market, Vinaka.
Thanks, Sharon. Taking a look at the currency exchange rate set this morning for the Fijian dollar. It was 5 up and 2 down for the Fiji dollar on the currencies we cover, while our dollar slipped against the Aussie and the yen. It rose against the Chinese yuan, the US dollar, the Kiwi dollar, the Kina, the euro and the Japanese yen. As for the commodities market, the price of oil went down $69 per barrel. Gold was up about $5 to close at $1,216 an ounce, and silver closed at $15.45 an ounce. And in Growing Fiji tonight, investing in the accommodation sector is next on the list for the Fijian Holdings Limited. Group Chief Executive Nazar Farid says the FHL will be constructing a 150-room hotel in Lautoka next year. Farid says the government has given the group a lease and the project will be a consortium. He adds, apart from this project, the group's other tourism subsidiaries are performing well. And that's it from business for this evening. Jamie joins you now at sports.
Thanks, Rachel, and good evening. Up ahead in sports, Cricket Fiji makes huge increase the team allowances. And Naita Siri 1 win away from ending 16-year drought. This and more coming up.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is number one.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Kritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
The Cricket Fiji board has announced a huge increase to allowances for players and officials in the national team. The announcement comes at an ideal time for the team as they prepare for the 2018 ICC East Asia Pacific Sub-Regional World T20 qualifier. Stella Taoi reports.
From $70 a week to $350, these players are all geared up for the challenge. Officials will now receive $450 while reserves will get $200.
From all the sponsors that have been on board and the incentives that the board has been giving them, the morale are high. So the boys are leaving no stone unturned but to win this tournament.
With all the support they are receiving, the team is looking forward to the tournament.
Boys are really looking forward to this game and they have a very high self-esteem within them. Right now, after these 3 months of preparations being together, the boys' morale are very high.
Meanwhile, 26-year-old Viliame Ambaki from Mother-in-Law is anticipating a good turnout for the team in the upcoming qualifier.
This is the first time that I'll be representing my country now at home, so I'll be very excited and very looking forward to it. So, yeah.
Fiji, along with Papua New Guinea, Samoa and Vanuatu, will take part in the qualifiers from the 25th to the 30th of this month at Albert Park in Suva. Stella Taoi, FBC Sports.
The Naitasiri rugby side has one more team to beat before it can rest with the HFC Bank Fairbrother Challenge trophy after 16 years. Despite the final challenge being against second division side Tailevu, Naitasiri coach Koli Sawambu says they will prepare just as well as they did for their match against Nandronga last weekend. Marcel Prasad reports.
After their 26-17 win over the local giants Nandronga, the Naitasiri side will not make any major changes to its training for the final Fairbrother Challenge against Tailevu on Saturday.
We'll get back into training for the next 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, and we'll take Thursday off again before we focus on our clarity stuff on Friday.
Coach Koli Sewambu says Tailevu will come on a high note after claiming the HFC Bank Bainimarama Shield over Northland.
They've got a few of former Naitasiri players in their squad, so they will know how we operate as well.
Last weekend's player of the match, Frank Lomani, says they are looking forward to creating a history this year.
Yeah, we wanted to create history this year, and yeah, I think the boys will prepare double time than in the one we.
The Fairbrother Trophy last rested with the Naitasiri team in 2002, and this team is just one step away from repeating it again. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
The RKS Under-18 side has put the semi-final victory over Ratunavula College behind them and are now focused on the final match of the Powerade Super Deans on Saturday. Despite the defending champions going in as favourites, they are wary of the strong challenge Duvu College will provide. Meli Tavanga reports.
The RKS Under-18 team is on a good footing as they won the Senex International Cup in Japan in May. However, team manager Ose Oliviti says this will not get into their head.
It's another final for RKS, but we respect Duvu. Duvu is a good team. In the semi-final against Mars, they played a good game. So it will be a good game.
Duvu College principal Navneet Mishra acknowledged this support from the Nandronga Rugby Union.
Definitely we have these fans and supporters from Nandronga Rugby Union. I believe this is the same for all other teams, and we are indeed grateful to everyone who has contributed.
Duvu College will need to remain focused until the final whistle if they want to defeat the defending champions. RKS and QBS have 3 teams each in the final, while Duvu College will be the lone team representing the West. The finals will be played this Saturday at Suva's ANZ Stadium. Melitavanga, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Primary School Central Netball Championships will begin from next Monday. Competing at the event will be the Suba District team, which will have the services of 15 very excited netballers from St. Anne's Primary School. John Tambori reports.
It is a proud moment for these young netballers who are considered the best in the Central Division and will represent the Suva district.
I hope to get the skills and the experience, and yeah.
Sports teacher Anna Koroi says the girls have been eyeing a position in the Suva team for a long time.
Very excited to join the Suva team. Even during the competition, they're looking forward to go for the Suva trials.
Koroi says they're looking forward to everyone's support.
To the parents and the old scholars, please do come and cheer the girls up for this central tournament that will be held first week of holidays.
The St. Anne's Under-8 team reached the finals of the primary school netball competition this year and were recognized for being the most disciplined team. John Sabore, FBC Sports.
In today's Play of the Day, English Football Championship side West Brom's new mascot, Boilerman, has quickly taken social media by storm. The antics of the mascot off the field will be what the match will be remembered for, with Boilerman quick to earn cheers and jeers from the fans. That's it from Sports Tonight. Catch Angie later on with weather and in new media. A look at the first smartphone that can be upgraded to 5G. Details after the break.
Narang go lesemia, Obama kita nakas, dorong-rong bin nakape na radio Fijuan nando mo bit.
Ayaw benyana dito barong na radio Fijuan nando mo bisi hinatoka.
Guelo ilaisa hinatoka. Rong-rong bin na heramakawa na radio Fijuan hinatoka.
Radio Fijuan nando mo viti.
And it's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and are all set for another week. Well, this week is quite fascinating. There is so much happening in the locality and the top part is weather looks just great. More details later, but first taking a quick look over to the west. Super sunny spells again and a bit warm as well. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, quite clear and mild. Light showers indicated for tonight, cold night again. And up north, a bright one, though cloudy skies might get rain. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, high tide at 2:01 a.m. with low tide at 8:31 a.m. Sunrise at 6:31. For tomorrow, while the sun will be out, the temperatures will stay low, which means we will have a cool day. Tomorrow's temps, it will get to the lows of 19 and 20 degrees. And looking further on to Wednesday, stunning conditions are in the bag. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fijian Pulse tonight, we ask, should police arrest people on the spot for filming accidents?
Yes, probably they should be fined and taken to task because it's just like a personal issue and it's so disturbing.
Yes, I believe they should be given penalties.
Yeah, they should, because like it's not respectful. Like somebody's dead, and you like instead of helping, you're taking videos and posting it up. Like it's bad. It feels bad when people will see it, like especially their family members.
Yes, they should be arrested because sharing the videos are more pain to the family.
Recapping the main stories for tonight, crash survivor amazed he's still alive. Police warn social media trolls to show respect, and 8 alleged police attackers remanded. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question segment, last week we asked, should those caught drunk driving have their license taken away indefinitely? 86% said yes. This week we're asking, should police arrest people on the spot for filming accidents? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day, gorgeous picture of the highlands in Ba, sent in by Seriana Nandrakoro. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, have a safe and enjoyable new week ahead. Bye for now.
मैं नवनीत नंद नंबुआ लुम्बुआ से। जैसे प्रेनी नोट मशहूर है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।